It's a theory. It's a Chris. It's a theory. Chris. Chris's crazy theory.
Ha.
Yeah, let's get it. So, just to catch I like the little icons corners. That's cool.
All updated for the new year. I have been busy.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So just to catch the the audience up in case they're watching this out of context or, just clicking in on this part. So
watch the full video, folks. You know, do it. Subscribe, do the clicky thing.
That's right. But so we start the movie with Alice walking through the thank you. She's walking through the halls of the X-Men danger room, as I like to call it. But, she steps on a sliding plate and this drone comes up. Yeah, go ahead.
No, what disappoints me with the whole scene is she doesn't get told what level. Like, she should at least get the congratulations of level 2.
Yeah.
And a klaxon or something to let her know.
Yeah,
even the Squid Games do that. Let you know you're past.
The little achievement ring or something like that. A bell goes off. Yeah, absolutely. That's a fair point. But so she steps on a plate accidentally, maybe because of her heel, as you mentioned, for those people watching the full stream. So she's off balance a little bit. So the drone comes out and shoots her, and she dies. And we find out, later that she's a clone. Right? She's one of actually 87 clones of the original Alice, who we know is the protagonist from the movies, right? And then we see she's in a ditch. There's 86 dead Mila Lojoviches lying on the ground. By the way, this happens to be Colin's wet dream right here.
Well, not in that state.
Not in that state. No. The lying down part, not so much the bloody, death part. But then, later on, we see Wesker in the board meeting. He's telling Isaacs that you will concentrate on this to the exclusion of all other research. And this is the part that got me thinking, like, what other research is Dr. Isaacs doing? And he even got nervous at this point. And he's like, oh, you can't just demand results. Like, it's laborious. He was talking like he was hiding something, and being an expert at human psychology.
He is an upstanding guy. I'm surprised you could think such a thing. Like, he's wearing a suit and he's actually got the tie done up properly. And that's a good guy right there.
That's what the layperson thinks. But as an expert of human psychology, I could tell that he was up to no good. He's a ne'er-do-well. And I don't use that strong language lightly. He's definitely a ne'er-do-well. But so later, there's the White Queen tells him that there's another spike in alpha and beta waves detected, and she says my sensors have detected a peak in psionic activity. And here's the interesting part. She says it's a 45% probability that this is Project Alice. 45%. Now, I'm no math major, but that tells me there's at least a 55% chance that it's not. And if it's not Alice, who the heck has psionic abilities, right? Were you thinking the same thing at this point?
Oh, absolutely. That's what you do with zombie outbreaks. You automatically go to psionics because that's, you just are hand in hand.
Absolutely. So I was like, who the heck, if it's not Alice, has psionic abilities? And then he said this, my research will change the face of the face, and that is the key. What I think is going on is that he's doing more than just cloning Alice. He's cloning the most important person to Dr. Isaacs, himself, and he has given himself psionic abilities as part of these clones. So when she says there's only a 45% chance that it's Alice, that's because there's other Dr. Isaacs out. Now, I could see the doubt in your eyes through the glasses. So you need proof, sir, and proof I have for you.
Oh, so he's not making himself go through the dungeon crawl?
No. He's putting them right out there.
He's showing favoritism?
Absolutely. He's putting them right out there in the population. Here's Exhibit A. Exhibit A is the character of Chase. All right?
We'll get to him.
With so few people surviving on the surface of the planet, what are the chances that this guy looks so similar to Dr. Isaacs? This was clearly an early reject of the clones. Not quite Dr. Isaacs, but you're laughing because you're on.
Nope.
That's the laughter of a believer. So look at this scene. Let's look at this close up of this guy. He's saying, "Yeah, that place is gonna be crawling with them sons of bitch." Does that not look like Dr. Isaacs? Look, this guy. Look at the face, and then look at the face. This is one of the early clones. Not an exact match. This probably was an early reject. He probably had to mix his DNA with someone else's originally, but this is Exhibit A. All right. Now, I'm going to move past your doubting laughter. So we have more proof.
Yeah,
There's
I just thought they were brothers. You know, that's the first thing I saw when I saw this movie. Yeah.
brothers genetically, like twin brothers, maybe, because it's a clone. So look, there was this scene now where there was the computer. There was like a still image of the computer, and it had all this little computer jargon. I went frame by frame looking for clues, and you know what I found? Not a goddamn thing that helps my case. But you know what I didn't find? I didn't find anything that went against my theory. And that is enough for me to move on. So moving on. This is the part that I feel is really the main evidence. This guy, Slater, runs in all hot and bothered saying that Dr. Isaacs made 10 trips to the surface in the past 24 hours. Now, the layperson is going to say, oh, well, he's going up to get fresh bodies. Really? Dr. Isaacs is going to go and risk his own life to get 10 times within 24 hours to
Why
get
not?
zombies?
Frankenstein did.
Yeah, but Dr.
Frankenstein
Isaacs
was a hands-on mad scientist, so why shouldn't Isaacs be one as well?
but we saw the danger that was prevalent in getting these zombie bodies to test on. So what I think is actually happening is that we've shown that they have satellite technology. I think that Slater and the Umbrella Corporation are seeing Dr. Isaac at different times, or what they think are Dr. Isaacs, but these are actually 10 different Dr. Isaacs that they are confusing. There's no other reason why there would be 10 trips to the surface. These are 10 Dr. Isaacs. He tells us himself, Dr. Isaac tells us himself, he says, for so long I thought you were the future, talking about Alice. I was wrong. I am the future. This is what happened. He cloned a bunch of Dr. Isaacs. Thank you. My notes will be available for anyone to download. They are very scarce.
It's on the back of a fag packet. There you go, folks.